What if I told you that most of your suffering comes from an illusion? Not from what happens to you, but from your desperate need to control it. Your anxiety, your constant overthinking, your fear of the future. They all trace back to one thing, the belief that you must control everything. But what if freedom isn't found in control, but in surrender? We live in a world obsessed with control. Control your time. Control your emotions. Control your future. We're taught that if we plan enough, grind enough, worry enough, we can bend life to our will. But here's the hard truth. Control is a myth. You didn't choose where you were born. You didn't choose your genetics, your first language, or your initial beliefs. And even now, most of your thoughts arise without your permission. You don't control your heartbeat. You don't control the weather. You don't even control when you'll take your last breath. The ancient Stoics knew this. So did the Buddhists. And yet we fight against it every single day. Why? Because uncertainty terrifies us. Control gives the illusion of safety, but it comes at a cost. It turns you into a prisoner of your own expectations. You become addicted to outcomes. You can't enjoy the process because your mind is always somewhere else, worrying, adjusting, resisting. You become afraid to take risks, afraid to feel, afraid to live. When you must control everything, you trust nothing. And here's the paradox. The more you try to control life, the more out of control you feel. Because life is not a machine. It's a wild river. And rivers aren't tamed, they're followed. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you become passive or fatalistic. Letting go means surrendering your attachment to outcomes. It means doing what you can with presence and intention and then releasing the result. It means embracing the unknown, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. The Taoists called this effortless action, acting in alignment with the flow of life, not against it. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." So maybe it's time to stop resisting. Think back to a moment in your life where everything went wrong, when your plans fell apart. Now ask yourself, did something unexpected come from it? A lesson, a new path, a relationship, a revelation? Often what feels like chaos is life reorganizing itself for our growth. But you can't see that when you're clinging. You can only see it in hindsight. Once you've let go, there's a strange peace that comes with surrender. Not the surrender of weakness, but of wisdom. When you stop gripping so tightly, you become more present, more alive, more in tune with what is. Rather than obsessed with what should be, you begin to trust the unfolding. You listen deeper, you love freer, and slowly you realize you were never meant to control life. You were meant to participate in it, like a dancer in rhythm with the music, not trying to choreograph the song, just moving with it. So maybe the real power isn't in control. Maybe it's in trust, in presence, in letting go. Because when you stop trying to grip the river, you finally start to flow with it. And maybe that's what freedom truly is. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to reflect. Where in your life are you holding on too tightly? And what would it feel like to let go? Just a little. Let go and let life surprise you. Because maybe, just maybe, the things you're trying to control were never yours to hold in the first place. Maybe the universe isn't asking you to dominate it, but to dance with it. And in that dance, in that surrender, you might finally remember what it means to be truly alive. The truth is, the more we try to control, the more we create walls around ourselves. We build barriers between us and the world, between us and other people, and, perhaps most damagingly, between us and our own hearts. These walls may offer a false sense of security, but they also imprison us. They prevent us from fully experiencing life as it is, in all its beauty and chaos. By surrendering to the flow of life, we learn to dismantle those walls. We become open, not just to the things we can predict, but to the surprises, the twists, and the turns that make life unpredictable and, ultimately, more meaningful. Think about it. The most beautiful moments in life often happen when we're not trying to control them. The spontaneous connection with someone, the unplanned adventure that leaves you breathless, the serendipity that comes when you stop overthinking and just live. These are the moments that remind us that control was never the goal. The goal was always to experience life in its fullness. But what does that experience really look like? It's messy. It's imperfect. It's filled with moments of doubt, fear, and confusion. And that's okay, because it's in the mess that we find our growth. It's in the uncertainty that we discover who we really are. To let go doesn't mean to stop trying. It doesn't mean to give up on your dreams, your goals, or your aspirations. It means letting go of the need for everything to unfold exactly as you planned. It means embracing the ebb and flow of life, trusting that, in the end, it will take you where you need to go. Perhaps not where you thought you'd go, but where you're meant to be. It's an invitation to live with less resistance, to surrender, not to defeat, but to possibility, to trust that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you can't see the full picture right now. And in that trust, you'll find freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom from fear, freedom from the endless cycle of control that keeps you locked in a battle with life itself. You'll realize that you're not here to conquer the world. You're here to be in it, to be present, to experience, to feel, and to learn, to dance with the flow rather than trying to swim against the current. So take a step back, take a deep breath, and let go. Let go of the need to control every detail, every outcome. Trust in the process, in the unknown, and in the beautiful chaos that life has to offer. Because sometimes, in letting go, we find ourselves more aligned with who we truly are and more connected to the world around us. And in that alignment, we discover the peace that comes when we stop fighting the current and allow ourselves to flow with it.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.